Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
What's up, LockHeat?
Uh, Nothing much, really. Doing fine. But yeah, nothing special to mention.
Yeah, me
And you,
neither.
and you?
Pretty much same old, same old. I'm feeling
It's
better
good.
though. I got a couple really exciting. I was so excited to get a couple the opens that I've been working on, and I've been feeling like I couldn't do it. And finally, I got that giant Lockwood open. I'm able to get that one now. And then I picked up this Illinois Duo. I got that one open earlier today. Got the one Yale I've been messing with open. So maybe I'm finally getting back to like my normal mindset and abilities to pick after being sick. It really did mess with me, I'll tell you that. And I heard, unfortunately, quite like a couple people in the picking, the lock sport community come down with COVID and are pretty sick. I guess I don't know if anybody knows BB. His name's like BB Tell Pics, I think it is on Instagram. Bobby B. He was saying he's got COVID, and I heard somebody or I've read somebody in the comments saying they hope Tinny's feeling better. So I don't know if he got sick too. And then
I have no
Kraken was
clue.
saying he wasn't feeling good the other day. So, and I haven't seen him on in the last couple of days. So hopefully he's not sick. But it seems like it's picking back up again really bad. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. But also it's the general flu, so it's a bit. It's not COVID every time, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, there's all kind of other stuff going too. And it's like pneumonia season, flu season, all that. It's terrible. But then you get a fever and you're terrified you have COVID. It's just better to have a couple tests sitting at home because as soon as you get a fever, you can test yourself and see. But yeah, let's see. We got quite a few people on here. Let me start from at the very top. G Keyman showed up. He's usually our first one here. So hello, G Keyman. Oh yeah, here he's it. Unable to join tonight. Off to bed early with my effing cold after a long day. That was beer can bushcraft. So he just has a cold, I guess. But sorry to hear you're not feeling well. That stinks. I hope it's just a cold. Terry B. Pickin, Dana Reed. Let's see. Terry B. Pickin, Dana Reed, and Isaac Cashman. And Paracentric. Squiggledork. And Picksmith. All right, so we have a few people showed up today.
Nice.
Anybody
Welcome on.
backstage? Oh, I guess there is. Well, who's that? Paracentric. We're watching you eat, buddy.
Oh. Yeah, I might get around to some picking today.
Wrong side up,
fine. We just want to see what you're eating.
Oh man,
That's
my
all.
camera's.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just want to see what you got to eat.
Oh, let me fix that.
I kind of like that you bring dinner. I think that's pretty cool.
Speaking of that, talking about dinner, next week is Christmas.
Yeah, I can't believe it's Christmas already. I'm just in shock. I'm shocked.
We did a poll for if we have to do the normal Sunday show or maybe shift it to another day because of all the Christmas dinners and stuff.
Right.
Sadly, I got a dinner invitation for the Sunday evening, so I can't make it. So my vote will be to shift it today.
Yes. Yeah, we can shift it. What day did the polls come up with? That was people.
It was a bit half for let it be on Sunday or shift it to I believe the 26th, the Monday.
Okay. Well, since you're not going to be able to do Sunday, we'll just have to do Monday.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah, that'll be okay. I was thinking that anyways. Like I was saying before, I think we might we might want to pick up a different day, at least maybe one day a month, just to, whenever you're available, LockHeat, and I'm available, and then we can get, because I think there's people that want to join, but, they might have obligations on Sunday and can't join, and,
Exactly.
We
We started on Sunday, but maybe Saturday is a better day for
yeah.
what it's worth.
Yeah, we could
People have to work on Monday,
right?
For example.
Yeah, that's true. We usually end up picking late for you, so that'd probably be better for you actually to do a Saturday.
A bit.
Give you a break once in a while. But yeah, we're talking about that, guys. So whatever you need to.
And now the dinner is on the screen.
Up.
So what we plan to do for next week is, if you have obviously some leftover from Christmas dinner, just like Paracentric, take them with you, and we have a nice Christmas dinner with lock picking friends together, and obviously the same old picking as we usually do.
Right, picking and BSing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds fun. So that's what we'll do. We'll do Monday, or what day do we say? Monday instead? Or do you want to do Saturday? It's up to you. I can't remember.
We're going to do it on Monday this time, and maybe later on we're going to shift it to Saturday, or even another day for our usual schedule.
Okay, so next week we're going to do Monday.
Yeah.
And bring your dinners, leftovers, if you want, or your locks if you want. Either one is acceptable. Who else showed up? Big Pix is here, and Coxie's Pix is here. I think that was the last two, and somebody is at the door, and it's Pixsmith. Good day, sir.
What's happening, guys?
Same old, same old.
I hear that.
Same shit, different day, I usually say.
Much.
I'd like to say that, but I mean, I'm a lady, so I don't swear.
Well, you're
Never.
very, very open with using that type of language on messages. I'll tell you that.
I don't know what you mean.
What?
Oh, Lordy. So what is everybody picking today? You bring to pick.
Well, nothing much to say, the same as usual. I have some simple Abases and some American locks, because that's the thing I'm stuck at the moment.
Yeah.
And you, Pixsmith?
I have this American,
Ooh.
which is not an American.
What?
Well, it is. It's strange because...
Oh, B70?
No, this is a B. Yeah, it is a B60.
Oh.
I had never seen this before. Got it in the box from Snake. Where's Snake?
Very nice.
So, and the funny part is on the lock it says by USA, Italy. So it's like, what the heck? And then the box says it's in Illinois. And this thing is a monster padlock. This thing is big. The Yale Keyway.
Wow.
So I figured I would pick it here and see if it'll even hold in my vise, which I don't think it will. Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah, it looks like it might hold it. You know what? I had a full hard time holding some of the padlocks in this, and I found I can put the shackle part up in the, sometimes if they're big enough, up in the vise instead. That kind of works, but
Yeah.
there we go. Got that false set on this one. I was having trouble with this Illinois Duo because somebody said I really didn't research it too much. So that was my own fault. Because somebody was telling me, like, there's some the side discs or whatever, or wafers are up in the one corner and whatever. Well, Pixsmith, I got that little tiny camera, so I stuck that in there and was investigating.
Now the Duo has the ones in the middle and then the top and bottom like regular wafers.
Yeah, I figured that out with my little camera. I found where like where the sweet spot was, because I was having trouble just finding that where those ones on the side were, because I was assuming they were up toward the top, and I was just ended up picking the top wafers when I was going at that angle,
Yeah,
So,
no,
kind of going in a circle for a while. And now I'm
No.
kind of on the right track. I opened it twice, so this is kind of just like my trying to really learn it journey right now.
very nice. That's a tough little lock too. I mean, it's a purple rated wafer lock. That's very unusual.
Oh yeah, I guess they're usually pretty straightforward and kind of simple. It's probably just because of the side wafers in there.
Yeah, that extra bit of it. Have you taken it apart to look at it?
No, I haven't taken it apart yet.
It's kind of neat. They just look like regular wafers.
Yeah.
One spool. But and the other thing that's neat about that lock is it's extremely hard to overset.
Yeah. Once you get that false set, it seems to just you just got to find the wafers in there to pick, and it's done. Oh, nice job.
It's a lovely little lock. Well, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
But that is a huge padlock.
Yes,
Really
yes,
now.
just finished. Thank you. Yeah, they are monstrous. I actually just got a B70 in this week, Big Smith. This is it right here. Behemoth.
Oh, wow.
Here's an 1100 next to it.
Oh, nice. Just for comparison, here's a 1250, which is a big padlock to begin
Oh,
with.
yeah. Wow.
That is a cool one, too.
Big boy.
Yeah. Actually, you have it up against the 1100. Let me find one of those.
Rhino Lock and Key has joined us. And also, Squiggle Dork says, don't got the duo. I have one that lives in a bag now. I probably won't got it. I don't see a reason. Oh, yeah. That's
They look very similar when you compare them to the two.
those are
Yeah, you
pretty
can definitely hurt
ginormous.
somebody with this lock.
I thought that with that lock what I had. I was like, man, this is not only a lock, it's a weapon.
You can throw it
Okay.
at somebody.
Oh, you can crown somebody with this one, too.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. A shackle guarded American. Yeah, that's a bunch of solid steel.
Yeah, this is a 747,
Wow.
which I've never picked because it's got so much
E-Mac.
spring tension on it.
It's just like an 1100. It's just bigger body.
Yeah.
I found, though, those bigger bodies, they definitely mute the feedback. As I was doing that Lockwood, I was picking it in the just had the core, the lock out in the vise, and I was picking it, and I was doing really well. And I'm like, oh, just throw it back in with the 6 pins now, and I put it in there, and it was just a totally different. And I think it was more just the sound, to be honest. I think that's all it was. It just the sound, because I couldn't hear what was happening, and I think my brain's associating the sounds with what to do next. And once that sound was gone, I was kind of like lost. Bobby Key says, "Hi, Lady Locks and LockHeat. I'm here for a few. I have my granddaughter and mother-in-law here, but I slipped away for a few. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for popping in. This is
Good. You guys have seen the hockey pucks.
oh my.
This was road rash one I found on the side of the road. These are normally 6-pin too, so they're a lot of fun to pick. This one's
Wow.
kind of cool. Sesame. and it takes any knob cylinder. You can
Wow.
see I picked that one. But I wanted to show you guys a monster padlock.
Oh, wow.
Compared to that, this is the Sergeant and Greenleaf that, who was it? LPL recently absconded with somebody's. And this is actually Mr. Pickers that he's loaned me. And he made the wood key for it, too.
Oh, wow.
This is kind of cool. You know, it's only a couple of disc detainers in there, but it's really cool that you can make your own key out of a quarter and a dowel.
That is really neat.
But this thing, this is huge. It's a crazy padlock.
That is, the shackle on that thing is like ginormous.
Yeah, I mean, it's as big as my finger.
Wow.
It's over a ½ inch.
Yeah, those are like weapon locks.
Yeah. But even these solid chunks of steel for the hockey pucks, these are fun locks to pick.
Yeah, I imagine they definitely give you a different feeling because of the size is another thing that was hard for me to pick that one because it was just a lot to try to hold and then pick, and it weighs a ton. You know, they weigh a lot, and that, depending on how good of a picker you are, I guess it tires you out holding on to it.
Exactly.
My lock has joined in.
Miles, my lock. Sorry. He's going to be doing his 300 giveaway here very shortly.
That'll be cool. I was trying to figure out what to do because I have, what do I have? I'm like up to close to 400, and I thought I should probably start thinking about something to give away so I have something, you know, I have something here whenever that happens. And you know, it could take a year to get 10 subscribers, but I figured I better just at least start thinking of something, and I just don't know what to do for my giveaway.
Yeah.
Nail polish?
I could, but you know, Paracentric, I thought of that, but the only one who would like that is a couple of you guys, and that's it.
And LockHeat, yeah.
My lock says no worries about using my name, Picksmith.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Dawn Picks showed up. Hi, Dawn. And recreational lock picking. Or lock pickers. Sorry. That's our friend. Has trouble picking, I believe. Because of having trouble with his hand. Oh, Bobby Keys. Well, the live stream works. There's basically, if you have your phone set up to record, like if you were going to record a video, I guess LockHeat, you can use your computer and other things too. Yep. Yeah, here he's putting up how to join right now.
You can do it with a phone. You can do it with a laptop or a PC with a webcam and a microphone. It's almost exactly the same process as you do with a Zoom call, for instance.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. After about a few times of having to have LockHeat send me the link 42 times in a row, I figured it out.
Biggest problem I have sometimes is my camera doesn't want to flip and it stays sideways, so I've got to cut everything out and try it again.
Yeah, mine does that sometimes too.
And you have to allow Chrome browser to have access to your camera and microphone as well the first time.
Yeah.
And that's can sometimes be a little bit finicky. On the other hand,
but
I
it's
use
not that difficult, Bobby. As long as you have your camera working that you're going to use to make your videos, usually you can just follow the links and it'll get you all set up. And you don't just pop right up on screen either. LockHeat has to join you first, so you have a minute to fix your camera or do whatever before you go on. So it's not like if you accidentally have it aimed somewhere else, it's gonna be on live, because that's not. LockHeat has it so that you go kind of like backstage first. So, but yeah, it would be pretty cool if you come and joined us.
And if you want to test it first, just reach out to LadyLocks or me, and we can do during the week. We can schedule a moment to test to a test stream, just not live, as in on YouTube, but just to make sure that your phone works, for example.
Yeah, I use my phone just because it's just one thing I have to worry about. Just aim it at my lock and then click the link, and it's pretty much that's it. But
Lock Fumbler also joined in. Welcome.
oh, hello. Steve's lock picking. Hi, Steve. All right. Still have trouble getting to these side ones. I don't really have a pick that can get in there. I have to file this one down a little more, I think, to make it easier. Or maybe I can use the dimple pick, dimple flag. That might work too. Yeah, Picksmith, I that was so funny when I got it, that lock, and I'm looking for the pin, and I'm going, no, I did not. Like, there's no way anything happened, and I'm looking like, how did it fly out of there? Like, usually you at least see something fly by your face or hear it ping off of something. So, like a spring and a pin. I'm like, man, I just got in the gutting spirit, and I wanted to show off that lock, and do a nice job of it for you. And I'm there, what the heck? And then after a couple minutes of crawling around on the floor and scratching my head, I'm like, you know what? Let me get out my little tiny itty bitty camera. And sure enough, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I got it jammed up there pretty far.
I don't know how you did that.
I don't know.
Because that's a low lift. It's just touch it and pop it with a taper above it. But you had it shoved all the way up.
I don't know how. I don't know how I did that. I don't even think any of my picks would, I guess maybe, I don't know, push it up that far, but I guess it did. It had to have. But
you probably thought it was a high lift at one point, learning to pick it and shoved it up there.
Yeah, it most likely, because the key worked. I mean, everything worked, everything worked. So it could have been up there for a while.
Yeah, because gravity will pull back down the key pin if you would have turned it sideways or upside down, you would have noticed that it wasn't working with the key.
Right. Yeah, it was funny though. I'm glad I had that little baby camera.
Ooh.
But I'll tell you what though, when I went in there to look in there, that milling on that lock is insane.
I just did it the way I do it.
Well, I might have to take little pictures of the ones that I can see with that baby camera and show that too.
You have all that same milling in STD.
Yeah, that's in there, and I have worse pins than STD though. But
but STD's meant you pull it apart and then you play with the pins. But each of those millings that you saw in Executive Decision are also in STD. Threading, round counter milling, and square counter milling.
Right.
So you can play with it because you have it already. You just gotta pull it apart.
Yeah, I think I need to pull that back out. I was messing with it for a while there, and then I set it aside, and it was one of those things I kind of just haven't messed with it for a while, but I definitely need to get that back out because I want to do a video on showing that too. You know, showing how you made it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That thing's really, really nice for learning the pins, and I think mine has all the trees in it too.
The lockpicker in 1969 also joined. Hello.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Oh, Steve's lock picking. Oh, he was talking to my lock about that. Oh, somebody's here. Big
Stig.
Pig.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Next week, next pick. Today with the original American lock. Okay.
You get it,
Sorry,
Lockheat?
No.
Oh, I thought you got it finally.
You can see it. Ah, there's my light.
There it is. Yeah, I was quite surprised by this one. This Illinois, it was kind of just once I got those side ones, it was like a couple clicks and it opened right up.
Nice.
Kind of like you can't mess it up.
How is the postal service at your end? Mine is a mess. I'm expecting a package from Lenspikey for his last giveaway, and it's been sitting at customs for over a week now.
Oh my gosh!
It's already through, but it just has to be picked up by my local postal service to just drive it to my house.
Right.
But it's just too busy.
Wow. I don't know about ours. I mean, I think ours has slowed down a bit, but they usually do a good job at hiring more people and you know, like especially like FedEx and UPS, we have the ones that just deliver here in the
And the same goes for normal postage. Locknoob sent me stickers. I mentioned last week. It usually takes 2 to 3 business days
yeah.
to get them here. I got them yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, so that's backed up too. Yeah, ours hasn't. I don't know. Has anybody sent anything lately? I haven't sent anything local, like, you know, in the United States in the last week or so. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Although Chris's stuff got to him quick, but that was like priority mail or something. So I don't. That's not like, you know, throwing a stamp on it and.
Yeah,
kinda different.
everything I've sent out recently has just been local up into LA. And Chris is just up there too, so his stickers came down to me real quick. I do have to send one to the Not Ginger. So we'll see you next week, but that's going to be during Christmas Mass, so...
Yeah. That will probably be a little slow, but it gets there. It's not too bad. It still makes its way, you know?
Yeah, eventually.
A few things to send
It's
out.
just so darn... every day you check your the app from your postal service and you see it's just sitting there, just an hour drive from me. It's like, what the hell? Pick it up.
Yeah, right. So Dew has also joined us.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, he's the lockpick of 1969 says the postal rates are terrible. Over $22 to send something less than 2 ounces in a small envelope to the UK. Yeah, that's
terrible.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's usually the cheapest I can find, like sending a pick and a lock is $26 to the UK. That's been that way for a while. But unlike when you send 14 pounds to Harry Bow, that gets a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, that had to have like been bad.
the large box was $86. Not too bad.
Yeah.
As long as it's in a priority box and you're not going by weight, it's a lot cheaper that way.
Oh, so you can use a priority box to send. Yeah, you can. That's right.
Yeah,
They do have that.
Yeah, you can send international with the priority boxes.
Yeah, I think I sent a couple things with that. And then the next time I was sending something, it was cheaper to do it the other way. And you just have to really compare the prices to make sure, you know.
Yeah.
One way sometimes cheaper. He said a plastic lotto lock, a couple stickers, and a poker chip. Yeah. Bobby Key says, I just can't understand, I guess, how you all can hear and talk to each other. It blows my mind.
That's
Yeah,
why I just listening.
It's very cool. I think that's why everybody kind of really likes to come on and hang out, because it's very cool. It's very cool. We can't get together like Isaac Hashman has they do meetups, and he meets up with a bunch of people and they do their lock picking, and this is kind of like our kind of meetup.
Yeah.
Is your screen going to show everyone? Yeah, you know what? It will show if you're using your webcam. It would be easier to see the show and to see everybody, but it splits it up so you can actually see everybody, just like you're seeing it now on right exactly how the screen is. It's just shrunk a little bit, and then you can see, you know, your settings and camera and stuff like that. And there's a mute button and a camera button to shut your camera off if you need to, and things like that. But yeah, it's very cool. Oh, Isaac says he'll be on in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Steve's
Lock
picking is asking for the weather.
Yeah. How's it where you are, LockHeat?
Cold. They even announced code orange. That is, they usually scale it higher than it usually is, but they did an official warning for slippery roads and that sort of stuff.
Ooh, you better be careful at work.
No snow, but cold.
Yeah. That's where I'm at, is cold. Dana Reed is 13 degrees Fahrenheit in southwest Wisconsin. Oh, Isaac has some stuff to show us.
Ooh.
That's going to be cool. Wonder what it is now.
Lakeview entered.
We're going to find out.
Oh, no. Lakeview Locksport says he's feeling sick today. He's feeling sick today, too. Man, this stinks. I got everybody sick. Isaac said I'd be okay to come back on, and I got everyone sick. Thanks a lot, Isaac. I believe you. Yeah, I think everybody needs to just please be extra careful out there, because you know, you might be doing all the right things, but other people do not. And, you know, even picking up a candy bar off the shelf, you don't know who's been touching it, where their hands were, what they were coughing on, what they were doing. I keep hand sanitizer in my car now at all times, so anytime I get out of the store, I use it.
Yeah, that's something that we have always used all the time.
That's good. Then it took me a while to get used to using that so often, because I just, you know, I never did. I just, you know, especially like right after you leave the store and stuff, I would never think to do that. And then once the COVID hit the first time, I was wiping down all my groceries. Like, I was insane about it, you know. But I also have, you immune compromised family members. So it's a big deal for us if we get it, that the house, if anybody gets it. So I was extra careful, and we have no idea how we caught it this time. This is our first time any of us having it. No idea how, because like I said, we're pretty careful. The only thing I could think is the grocery store, because we try to keep to ourselves, and
Yeah, that hand sanitizer kept us good for the entire pandemic. We went the whole two some years without getting sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if you carry it around now, it's a killer to defrost your lock for the car.
Well, it's pretty nice here. We're like 65 today. So sorry about that.
So the lockpicker 1969 is he and his wife drove on for an hour to meet G. Keyman to give him his prizes. It was a terrible drive at slippery roads.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we got snow. I woke up this morning and I opened the curtain. I was like, "What?" It was just white everywhere. I'm not one to watch the weather too much because it's on my phone and I don't really pay too much attention. And I didn't realize it was going to do that. So woke up and it was all snowy. Oh. My luck says, oh no, I've got a rare lung disease, and even my boss and colleagues don't wear a mask when they're feeling ill, coughing and sneezing. I've been lucky though not had not had it yet. Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, I think that's terrible, especially when people know you're very compromised, and they don't, they just don't.
They don't care.
Whatever. Yeah, they're like, well, my germs aren't going to hurt you. Like, really? Yeah, that's terrible. That's what I mean. Other people just don't think about it. It's something that just doesn't cross people's minds.
Oh, do have a nice question. Just curious, what were your most expensive or most ridiculous locks you ever bought so far?
Let's see.
The ones that are most expensive for me, I've traded for the most part, or I've collected from work.
Ooh.
I think the most expensive lock I bought was the new old stock ASA 700 from Sweden from a guy over there off Discord, and it was only $40 plus shipping. Or actually, it was how many? I forgot what the total bill was. I bought a D12 and a 700, and it was
oh my god,
something like 745 of the crowns over there. Oh, nice.
Yay. Congratulations.
Hey, but it was an American.
Very nice.
I didn't open the
That's the
cutaway
red Buddha.
yet.
The flying red Buddha.
Yeah, I got it this week.
Nice job.
That's
But
from
I
MC Explorers.
Get it scratched because of that. I let cover on that for
Right.
now. Ah, yeah. But it was my first original American, and as I had concerns before, this one has definitely not the core spring, and this one has this core spring. And
Oh
now
yeah, I remember you
how
showing
bad
that.
I
Yeah,
need
that was crazy. None of them. You had a few with no real.
yeah, right. All of mine, except this one, are without the tension core. Without the tension to the core spring.
Right.
Yep.
Dana Reed said, "Yay, dick pic." Terry be picking. I can't answer that. My wife can see. Okay, Joffrey. Mine is the Acid Twin exclusive 5700 from Estonia. Trying to collect all the twins. Oh boy.
Also, a cool thing about my American, I got again a really cool bidding. I don't know whether you can see it. Good.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Nice.
Yeah, I have to change the focus maybe. Yeah, no.
You did a good job.
There's a zero cut on the second cut. Really cool.
Mine is, I also got lucky with mine. It was,
Really cool.
Did you get yours out? What you got there? Oh. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah, I like it to have a good bidding.
With yours, LockHeat, I would take your pick, and go in and just gently rake it across the pins. Just quite a few times, like 5-6 times. Just gently, just rake your regular hook right across those pins. And then if I think that the back one was the one that there's a little bit higher set on that bidding, and then just kind of like go in the back after you're done and just kind of feel around and see if anything feels like it is still hanging loose and needs to be picked, because those sometimes just take raking to open them, and then another 1 or 2 clicks out of another pin. Worst case scenario, I would progressive pin that one. Because once you learn that with, on the American, if you progressive pin it to get the first one open, you'll be able to probably get the rest open just fine without having to do anything, just picking it.
Dew spent almost $600 on free locks. Or euros, sorry. Nothing fancy, but they had to convince my parents to upgrade their locks on their house to get those free.
Okay. Oh my.
And the lockpicking coder joins. Welcome.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Dig, is that the one just like who had that? Picksmith. Didn't you have a giant one with like that, or is that a different lock?
That's a different one. He's got the Titan there in his hand.
I have no idea what I have.
Or
I
it's
got
a-
it. It's like an old Germany lock, and yeah, I just wanted to show you something, but I have to pick it first. And
Okay.
I think it's a really cool one. Maybe I should work with my focus settings. How I can change the focus? No, not that.
Yeah, that's a lot like, there's a lock called the Titan.
Yeah, like this one.
Ah, nice.
Beautiful locks.
Yeah.
And who?
Oh, that's neat. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a puzzle lock that's made out of one of those.
I saw
And-
that.
And somebody just recently, maybe it was Lockpicking Cuber who just popped up. He did, or maybe, no, it was Saz Pez, I think, made a double cylinder challenge lock out of one of those. He put a plug in the side that wasn't drilled and set up the mechanics to make it work.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, it looks like Lock Fumbler says he was sick all through October and just got over another cold. Oh, Kraken's here. Hello, Kraken.
Hey, he's alive.
Hey.
Hello, Craig. Good morning. Yeah.
Pull out the Vegemite.
Man, I've been Vegemite free for, 2 weeks now since Kraken hasn't been there. He's going to come on and Vegemite the whole thing, probably. When he comes back, he'll be Vegemite and everything. Trying to get me.
Not doing well with these dimples. Let's try something different.
Oh my.
A drunken goblin?
Yeah, from Land Spy.
Ooh.
I'm trying to pick dimples today and not doing very well on the easy ones, and I didn't realize
I have an easy one for you. I only have one, and you just have to tickle one pin and it flews open.
Oh, that would be nice. I forgot I got my multi-locks mixed up, and I was first picking on the gold one, and that's actually a brown belted lock with the pins and everything. It's a crazy lock. Pick doesn't even want to go into that.
Oh my. Yeah, I've got quite a few pretty nice dimple locks, Euros, and I haven't even ventured into them. I've got the picks, I've got the locks. I have picked a few dimples before, but nothing major or anything too difficult. It's gonna have to be one of those. I have to just switch my mind to dimple locks and do nothing else.
Do is asking, will there be a Christmas special next week? Yeah, sure there will be, but one day later. So we'll be doing it on Monday. Same time, just on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still going to be gone, so I get to miss it, but I might check in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the holidays get hectic. Oh my. Now who's here?
Oh.
Isaac Hashman.
Isaac. What's happening, Isaac?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hi, Isaac.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Trying to figure out how to open up this
Oh God.
package that I got today.
All right.
There you go.
What is it?
It's a kit of some sort.
Ah,
Bearings.
Oh my god.
BBs.
Isaac, why do you have a bunch of balls?
It's because I shot one out and I couldn't quite find it.
Oh no! Is that the one you lost on the show that day?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no.
luckily that's all I lost. And plus it might show up. But that being said, all it is a I think it was a 2.5 millimeter ball bearing. So I'm just gonna look at it. Oh, I caught that.
And
Well,
Was it the
is
magnetite?
Now it doesn't matter if I lose ball bearings because
You're good, man.
there we go.
Isaac got a lot of balls, man. Now, who got the open there? Pixman.
Nice. What are you working
Wow.
on, Kurt?
I can't pick a dimple lock, but I can pick a dimple challenge lock.
Was that the first try, Pixsmith?
No, I tried a regular dimple that I had. That's just a standard one. 2 different multi locks.
Oh
Did I try
my.
anything else? No, and then it's like, give me the challenge locks.
Yeah, I've had a time where I was going through, like, I felt like I couldn't pick anything, and I was having the worst day. And then it was like evening, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to try just one more time. And instead of grabbing a lock, I grabbed my, opened the drawer with the challenge locks in it. Do you know I opened probably like 5 challenge locks? And I was like, I couldn't open a single regular lock to save my life. And I got all these challenge locks open that night. I think that was my record, too, for like the most in one day.
Yeah. and I actually have a second LSP or LSK.
I have one
Yeah.
from LSK too.
Oh, this is a dimple too.
Oh, I don't have a dimple challenge lock. I don't know. I'd be scared. I think I'd be afraid to try dimple challenge lock.
Oh, well, I still got that Avis XP1 note. Picksmith needs to cut in half for you.
Aha, there we go.
You gotta use a flag on that puppy.
So that looks like it'll work.
That's gonna be cool. Oh, nice.
Ball bearing is perfect.
I'm glad because I kind of felt bad you lost it just trying to show us stuff, you know?
Well, no, that's the fun of it. Plus, I'm going to get more of these locks. Plus, I'll probably find that ball bearing at some point. But
Yeah.
part of me showing you guys this is just to show you that if you're resourceful, you can usually replace things from locks. So now I can actually
Right.
put this lock back together if I don't shoot
Right.
anything else across the room.
Oh, man.
All right. Wait, I need to grab my gun and my pinning stuff, so I'll be back in 1 minute. But I wanted to ask, Kurt, have you taken apart your U9?
I've opened it up to where I can see the levers. I have not gutted it, just the partial. So that's
Okay.
how I made my mapping with which ones, if they're right or left, if they're gate, false gate, taper, gate section, taper, serrations, and how many serrations there are as it gets up to there. And I've tried it a few more times. I swear I'm picking it correctly, and it's just not opening. So
It's hard, like when you're going at it with the full stack right away, then you know you don't have that affirmation of knowing exactly like what's holding you up.
Right.
As opposed to when, like, that's a nice thing with the sidebar thing. But taking it apart altogether is another option. The only thing about it is that it starts to degrade the quality of the lock because it doesn't hold together as well. So that's why I don't recommend doing it. Although a lot of the guys on the Discord, you know, prefer that than filing the sidebar. I think it's more destructive to do that over time.
Yeah,
because eventually you have a lock that's just not working properly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fully disassemble just to progressive pin it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best, but I'm going to take this apart because I have a couple of them, and then I'll show the interiors if you're interested.
That'd be cool for everybody to see.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Right.
Peter Boyd joined in. Welcome.
Peter Boyd. And they held poor Mylock's comment. I fixed it. Hi, Peter. Yes, I think.
No, we're waiting. Maybe a nice moment to do the shoutouts.
Oh yeah. Let's do the shout out. Definitely.
It's just one this week.
Just one.
Yeah.
Should have let me know. I have about 500 more.
Well, you know what? Send them on the. Send them over on one of the Discord, like in one of them emptier chat rooms, and we can take the links from there.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'll try
But
to remember to do that while I'm traveling this week.
I think I'm gonna limit it to maybe 1 or 2 each week because we blow through the list really fast if you do 3, 4, or 5 each week. But this week it's the lock-picking donkey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's on Facebook. Kevin mislabeled him on one of his videos. Excuse me, sadistic picker. Lock-picking donkey. He's a good guy. I thought we did one for him already.
Is it?
That doesn't
He was not
look
on
like
on my history list.
That doesn't look like his stuff. Interesting.
Maybe it's a new one.
Huh. Yeah, I swear, isn't he the one who does the Lockwood cutouts, or am I wrong?
No, that's Down Under Monkey.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know it was an animal of some sort. One of these animals does it.
No, Lockpicking Donkey, he lives on one of the Channel Islands between France and England. He won one of my giveaways, and I had to track him down.
But anyway, he has 70 subs, so he can use a few more.
Alright.
His link is in the description if you want to sub him.
Perfect.
And that's it for today for the shoutouts. If you have anyone particularly you want to shout out, just send it
I want
to
to shout you out, LockHeat.
me.
LockHeat works his butt off on picking time.
Yeah, you are getting all the likes and subs somehow.
There's no jealousy.
No.
I don't know. Everybody go over and sub to LockHeat's channel. I don't know why you don't have as many as me. You just don't paint your nails good enough. We got to get you sparkles, man.
Maybe
Right.
that's it. I do have to post a new video somewhere, but I don't have anything interesting to pick other than what I already have. So
You need some
Rhino
French
Lock
tips. Yeah.
and Keysport says, "What's your next video going to be, LockHeat? Or when is your
As I
next
said,
video?"
I have nothing interesting. I'm not. Yeah,
What are
Maybe
you
I can do
working
a
on
video.
picking?
yeah, nothing much. Like the American lock, but I can't open it yet, so that's a really long video then.
Have you seen the fish pick video on American 1100? Is that the one that you're working on? Did you say?
What video? Sorry.
Is it the American 1100 that you're working on?
Yeah.
Any American core.
Yeah,
But
or
the-
yeah, exactly. Any American core, really. But have you seen the fish pick video on it?
Yeah, that's a great
probably
video.
Okay,
Best
so
video for it.
not going to be today.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to that video, LockHeat. It's a really good one about how it took him a long time to learn it, and finally he got a good way of learning, like teaching people how to learn how to pick it. It's a really good one.
And if you want as well, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to spend time with you, just us, and I can kind of give you tips and pointers and help you out
Yeah, no problem.
anyway.
I don't have much time during the week to do any picking, so
Yeah, same. I'm in the same boat, but I mean, if you want, we can figure out a time.
I just
No,
have to
no
say,
pressure.
let's see. Peter Boy, he was on Facebook and he was saying about how, he was, or no, on YouTube, he commented on one of my videos. That's right. And he's new to picking and was just kind of, asking around about things. And, he actually, I told him to try to, pop in on picking time and, chat with everybody since he's new, and he could probably, get a few people talking with him and helping him out. So, he's new to Facebook too. He just made a Facebook so that he could get into the Locksport groups, So he did a lot to get here and to get onto Facebook and everything because he wasn't on anything. So he found us.
Nice. Terry B. Picking just asked what fish picks, what happened to him. He's actually a school teacher. I think
He's
it's
busy,
for
yeah.
high school. And he got so busy with work that he had to stop doing the videos.
I don't think that he's stopped. I think he just got maybe a bit overwhelmed with the amount of time it takes to edit it and put it all together, and he has other more important things right now.
Yeah.
And he may come back to it. He
Yeah,
obviously
his
is really
videos did
passionate
have a
about the
lot
locks.
of editing and stuff in them. They must have took a long time. You're right, that it does take a long time to edit stuff and add things in there. And
I'll see if I can get him back on the multi-lock grind because he was trying to figure out how to pick a multi-lock last I spoke with him. And maybe once he figures that out, he'll make a new video.
who knows?
that would be cool. I liked his videos a lot.
2 for 2.
All right, we have the new ball bearing in place, and Everything is ready to try to be reassembled. Hopefully I don't muck it up.
That was a lot harder.
Picksmith is
Oh, good
killing
job.
it today.
I can only pick them when they're challenge locks. You know, what can I say?
No, you know what? If you pick a few, if you pick a first challenge up, I bet you can pick one.
It's funny. The first dimple lock I ever picked once I got my Huck set was actually Peace Weapons Angry Dimple Challenge Lock.
Nice. That was your first real dimple lock that you picked,
Yes,
like non-challenge lock? Oh, wow.
No, it was my first ever dimple lock was a challenge lock.
No, I'm saying right now, this one.
No, this is a challenge lock.
Oh, okay.
This is from Land Spy Key 221B. Much harder than the Green Goblin, which I picked, or Drunken Goblin.
Oh,
Picked both
boy.
of these today.
What are you picking, Paracentric? You still on that brass body lock you had out?
Oh, that behemoth, that started hurting my hand, so I put that down. And then I spent like a half an hour on challenge lock that Picksmith sent me. Called Moet.
That's a good sign.
Moet. Yeah. That was bouncing back and forth between false set, no false set, false set, no false set, false set.
Moet is such a fun lock.
Yeah, it was going there for like a half hour, and then it stopped talking to me, and then I was like,
Picksmith is such a wonderful person, but he makes the most evil locks.
No, I'm just learning how to make evil locks.
I don't even want to see any of your locks after you've learned how to make them, okay? Nope, I'll just continue to pass those on.
All right. After a week of this lock being disassembled, it's finally back together in fully functional form.
Nice.
So that's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is.
And,
Especially when the pins are laying there staring at you like...
Yeah, exactly. Now I can use my pinning tray for other stuff.
Oh, Lee the V, officially checking in from North Virginia Marriott. Hello, my picker friends. Hi, Lee. And lockpicking scowl popped on. Telling Peter it is a great community. I think you'll find a lot of information, a lot of help. Peter says he's entered a couple of the Lockpicker 1969's giveaways. But yeah. Peter, I will email you after the show and find you on Facebook and send you an invite to some of the lockpicking groups I'm in, and then you'll be able to find them easier. Just click the join button and answer the questions, and you'll be able to get onto them, and that you'll find a lot of other other pickers just the same level as you, different levels as you. They're all out there.
ding, 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 ding. All right. No shoutout today.
Oh, Paracentric got one?
Oh god, I got it.
Got one
The lock
too.
from I guess 1980, and oh man, it's hard to play. But I want to show you something. But I think it's really cool.
Nice.
The core itself is just in here, I guess. And if you turn it, it's just it's like the most direct closing technique. You have here. This is. Can I show it somehow?
Yeah, it just
Can you see
turns with the core.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. And this is the shape of the shaker, and it fits right in there. And if you turn it back, it closes.
Oh, that is such an amazing lock. I
Yeah.
love old locks.
Right, and I guess this is the way where the pins got in. it was drilled from here, I guess, and then they put the pins and the springs and stuff inside, and then they
That's
closed
neat.
it.
That is neat.
There is no more technique involved in this part. That's cool about it. But the springs are really heavy.
Yeah.
That's such a cool lock.
That's because I changed to my harder or my thicker multipicks instead of my saw swords. I started to bend them because of the springs.
Yikes.
So is that a push key lock? You have to push the key in?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh no, you just rotate it, or
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
only
got a
rotate.
physical cam on the back of the plug that
Yeah.
wraps around the lug of the shackle
oh, I
itself.
see. Very cool. I have a push key one. That's what I thought. I brought this one to show,
Oh.
but I got it
nice.
from my grandfather. It's gonna make a video on it down the road, but you have to actually push the key in, and then the lock turns.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Push keys are cool.
So
And
you have
all
to
you got to
push
do
it
to
in, you have to push it in.
to tension it, you can just kind of pull on the shackle. I'm kind of using my
okay.
pinky,
Yeah.
and then just go in with the pick.
You don't need to rotate it.
Wow.
Nope, just pull
Ah,
with the
cool.
shackle. There, you see, it's already
Pretty interesting.
out, but I need to get it a little bit more because it's at the point where it's out, but it's not rotating, so I need to pick it one more slot.
Huh.
There we go, and now
That
it's
was
open. And then
That's
same thing to
cool.
go back. It's locking on the way back. I just don't this time. I don't push anything because it tensions by itself with the spring the opposite way, and then
Ah,
plug
nice.
goes back.
Those are
Nifty
cool
little
locks.
thing. Yeah.
Pretty coal.
Master.
I'd
actually
like.
still makes
I can't wait to see a video you would do on that because I like watching how you explain stuff and you do the best videos on things like that.
Thanks. Yeah, I want to get back into it soon. But I wanted to show Kurt this U9 here before I take it apart further. If you get a keyless one, you won't be able to take it apart unless you pop this little thing out.
Yep.
You see
Yeah,
that?
I saw that on mine and went, oh, it's easy to pop out. Okay, it's just press fit in there.
Exactly. I just took a flathead screwdriver and then hammered on it, and it just came out. Yeah, so pretty
Nice.
easy.
Yeah,
And then just slides.
I think when I get back from Christmas break, I'm gonna talk to Red about that, getting some of those. It's killing me. I don't have any other black belt locks other than some Asas, and those things just confuse me at the moment.
Which ASA locks do you have?
I've got a maximum it's fully keyable. I have it in two separate. I have the regular core for accepting the key or regular cylinder, but then I have one that's just got the sidebar in it at the moment. I don't really have any picks that fit in there. I have to make something.
Yeah, I hear that they're like the V10s, but just with slightly better tolerances.
Yeah. It's from a buddy of mine down here who it's his keyway and his sidebar. What else do I have? I have a gold V18, a couple of them V18s, but I don't know if they're black rated or not. I have a EVA 3KS, which I have on my desk that I was playing around with. I don't know. I haven't pulled it apart, so I don't know if it's black or red. And I was playing with this one. I pulled it apart last night. This is actually a twin variant with 3 sidebar finger pins in it with the rotating and lifting ones.
The combi.
I think so.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Nice
Nice
job.
Good work.
job.
Nice LockHeat.
Yeah. The key doesn't say anything. It just has a sidebar code, but it doesn't say if it's a twin or if it's not. But it's obviously a twin of some sort.
If it's just a 3-finger pin combi, then it's not the black belt level 1, but it's still a pretty badass lock.
I figured as much, especially because it's not like some of the other twins, which are just lift. This is a lift and twist. I pulled it out and looked at the bottom and went, oh, these are like the Primus finger pins. Popped the sidebar out. Same type.
Well,
of
there's
thing.
a 5-pin. There's like a 5-finger pin combi, and that one is a black belt.
Oh, okay. This one has the capability of putting in the finger pins.
In all 5 slots?
Yes.
Okay,
But
so then it is a black belt level lock if you get all the 5 pins. I haven't seen. I just know that they mention it in the belt rankings for lesser pins, but I don't know if it's like its own variant that only allows for 2 slots of pins or not. Sounds like you have a potentially a black belt level lock.
Yeah, if I wanted to pin it up.
But it's not too bad.
I thought you had
Is
a
it
buy
barrels
lock
or
too.
grids in there?
You thought I had a what?
I think Isaac was asking you about that lock-ins we're talking about. Sorry, I didn't mean to go over talk you there, Isaac.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just thinking. I thought Kurt had a buy lock too for a black belt lock.
No, the one I have. Let me grab it real quick. It's mastered probably because the control key. And
buy lock can be anywhere from brown belt all the way up to black belt level 2, depending on how many mastered pins.
Yeah,
I think there's even a version that's even potentially a higher level. I don't know.
This is a factory sample that the control key and the
cool.
change key are different cuts in some. So there definitely is some mastering going on in there. But how many? Looks like 1.
I think picking it to control though is automatically puts it up.
You'll be if you pick these, you pick them to control, because this is an older version. This is this is actually. Oh, this is a newer one with interactive on it. It does have the interactive in the front. But if you pick these
press the thing.
Any of these buy locks that you pick, you automatically pick the control because you're not blocking the ball bearings like you were with an operating key where they're drilled in the control key. So if you pick any of these, you can get the core out. Because it's just getting it to the right spot and it pops out. It comes out in 2 locations.
But you have to press down on something, I think, in order to.
No, my understanding is it's just the 2 ball bearings.
Maybe
Let me see if I can get it out. So there's 2 ball bearings here on the bottom that, when you put in the operation key, they stick out and they retract. This is all that holds the lock in.
Okay.
And there are 2 guide pins on the top, but they're inactive for these ball bearings. This is my understanding of how this works, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't have one to play with, but I vaguely remember seeing some videos on it, but I could totally be wrong.
But this one, if I were to drill the dimples in the right spot on this key for the operation key, it'd become a control key. Or if I pick it, if I turn it just right and pull it just right, I should be able to get it out because it's just the 2 bottom ball bearings that hold it in.
That's pretty neat, though.
So, I mean, there's possibly, it looks like there's 3 or 4 mastered pins in here. So I don't know if that still keeps it at a black or if that goes to brown at that point.
On 4, I think I can't remember actually. I need to double check the list. Gets a bit confusing with some of the stipulations. Where is that? Flathead.
Picksmith, are you still over there?
I was just grabbing something else.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, if you want my U9 to pick just to try a different one. You might end up getting lucky on it. It's a black belt. If you want to try it, I can send it to you.
What are you talking about?
My U9.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no, you're not really. You're kind of stuck on yours where you're at, and sounds like you're kind of like the same way I feel like on some locks. You just know you're not making any other progress because you keep making the same moves and ending in the same place, and there's just nothing else you know what to do for it.
Exactly.
But if you want to try mine to pick it and see, maybe you did learn how to do it and can do it on a different one. You know how that is.
Yep. No, I would love to borrow it from you. I gotta send you a package anyways, because I still owe you a sticker, you and Kraken. And I was gonna send you some locks for giveaways just to give away.
Okay.
But I was gonna show Isaac my other black belt lock I have.
Oh, nice.
Protect 2, but it's a factory cutaway.
Oh, very cool.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So this is kind of cool. It has 2 travelers,
Oh
which
my.
also act as the sidebars and allow it to come around.
There's some crazy locks out there.
Yeah,
Wow.
I definitely want to get into alloy stuff, but the tools are expensive for it, and to make it is tricky if you don't have nicer machines to do it. But I have this.
If you commune with the dark people like Rain did, he picked a Protect 2 in a padlock with regular picks.
Yeah, but he said himself that it's not like that you could do that blind or anything. It's he practiced without lock a bunch, and that's very cool and unbelievable accomplishment. But it's not the same as like being able to actually pick a lock in the field or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got the DD tips.
Is that the one
I
from
don't have any tips for this, but yeah, that you'd need some sort of tool that you can like read and dial the discs and everything. So, but yeah, I eventually I'll try to get some tips for this, or I'll try to make something for it or something. But for now, I figured I'd just show you guys the inside of the U9. It's already a little bit loose from me taking this one apart once, but it's not too bad. But you kind of need to pop off these little side crimp sides, and then it can all come apart.
And then the whole thing falls into millions of little pieces.
Well, isn't there a bar up through it that holds it, like 2 bars that hold like the whole entire thing together?
Yeah, it's the 2 pieces that he's going there. They have 2 pry-off points for they've just been staked in place.
Yeah,
you can pop
2 bars. So
look at him
I'll
holding it so devil may care. Oh my gosh.
And so these are the 2 little wings. That's the profile wafer in the beginning, and then there's all these discs or these levers. So
I always started calling them disc 2 when I first started with them. The levers are super cool. I did get Bert. Have you seen? Sorry, Isaac. Have you seen the full Birdie's picking guide for that one now too? Correct.
Yeah, I've looked through it partially, and there's certain things that I do a little bit differently than him.
Yeah.
But also a lot of stuff there that I really found that helped me out as well.
Because if you want, he finally sent me the PDF version of it, so I have the entire thing on on email.
Nice. I saw the Google Docs version that he posted in the lock picking series.
Yeah, I had Red Wanderer pop that into a pin too, so it's always going to be there.
Yeah, that's right. I noticed. There's really good details in it.
I just want to share just real quick. Thank you to the Lockpicker 1969 and Paracentric. They're gonna go ahead and send Peter a couple beginner locks, just to get him going. He spent all his money on some picks. Now he only has he's got the plastic beginner locks and I think 2 master locks that he's been playing with, but. He's recently fallen ill and this is kind of going to be his, getting back into the hobby. So
Nice.
now he's stuck because he bought all the picks like we all do mostly.
And now no locks.
Yeah. I actually gave somebody that advice on Facebook today. I think it was. They were saying something about, where's a good place to buy some pick set? And I was like, oh no, don't get a pick set. I was like, get a couple picks from everywhere and save your money from the pick set on some locks because you'll be mad later.
Or do what Lugno did: go to the pharmacy, get some stuff, and make your own pick.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. But I remember sitting there going, man, I wish I had money for this lock or that lock. And I'm looking at all these picks and these beautiful pick cases just sitting there, never even open. I sent an entire pick set that I just never even touched. And I'd never even used them. And it was just things from each set that I had bought, that never were used. And I sent it off to somebody. But it was this whole bunch of stuff, and it was probably worth at least $100, if not, right around there. And I'm like, man, I could have bought a lock, a few locks,
A few locks.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go out for food, and I spend maybe $40-$50 at a restaurant. I'm like, dang, I could have got a nice lock.
That was a lot.
Right? It's terrible.
There goes that euro. Yeah.
And then the girl looks at me all weird, and she's like, what the heck? No, I'm just kidding.
What? No tip?
Yeah, you're like, no, because that one I want is a little pricey. Sorry about that.
What also works is entering as much as giveaways as possible. You're bound to be lucky one day.
Yeah, true. I'm not too lucky though, ever. I really am not.
Speaking of that note, we still have some running.
Yeah, let's do our giveaways. Let's talk about the giveaways running. Well, Isaac is just killing that U9.
And then after that, maybe you'd let me talk about the LPU raffle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's coming up here pretty soon.
Yep. A lot of people don't know about it.
As usual, all running giveaways are in the description if you want to follow the links. TLP 1969 is doing his weekly giveaway still. He has, I believe, 2 running at the moment, or just finished one. So do check him out. LadyLocks is also doing some bi-weekly giveaways. And there is one running, I believe, if I'm correct, or one is starting. We had a little bit of a gap between giveaways due to circumstances, but he's picking up, so check him out as usual. Did we still have Rhino Lock with his giveaway? He's doing a triple giveaway, I believe. the
pretty
pinning,
cool.
the pouch, and what was the other one? Yeah, I can't remember the other one, but I think it was a lock or something. And that will
he's
be
doing the
running
lockpick.
the lockpick. And it will be running until tomorrow, so you have 1 day to enter. Then Terry B. Picking is doing his pick giveaway.
I love that thing.
That thing.
Yeah, it's a very nice custom pick with a tiny pick handle. Very nicely made. So if you want that one, it will also be running until tomorrow. So just 1 day to enter. Lockmania is still doing his Christmas series giveaway. Each day he will be picking a lock, and that will be running until the 24th of December. You have to comment on, I believe, at least three videos to be entered, and you can win half of the 24 locks he will be picking in this series. And the last ones for today is the theoretically secure 100 subs giveaway. She is making 2 picks and showing it in a video on the complete process. And once they are finished, you can have a chance to win them.
Nice.
There is no end date. There will be the date will be when they are done. As simple as that. And those were our running giveaways.
Very
But
cool.
we also have our own giveaway.
We did forget to mention Mylock, but he's actually never mind. His are closed.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I
Yeah, forgive me.
no problem.
We'll think about
LadyLocks. LadyLocks, what do we have this week?
We actually have a couple things. Jay Gabriel sent a couple nice things, and I'm not really sure what to give away. I think we could let the winner pick. We've got the Avis? What is this here? A 7640. I believe this is the 8-pin version, which is really, really cool.
Nice.
I actually have one, and it was fun to pick this. It really was. And he also has the what is this called? The small rig. Basically this clamp right here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So if somebody could win that, or the Lotto lock, or we've got Paracentric donated a couple locks for us as well. So we have just quite a few things actually. So I guess we can let the winner pick.
And the sticker pack, obviously.
Oh yeah. Well, we got the stickers. Yep.
Or at least a bunch of stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you have to do is place a comment in the comment section on YouTube. So if you already have, you're already entered. So we have 30 people that are currently running. So if you haven't posted a comment yet, I'll give you a few seconds to do so.
All right.
And talking about giveaways, there is a very nice stuff for some giveaway incoming, and I hope it will be in for next week. Also, we're gonna do it for the new year. But it's a really, I think we're gonna be do multiple giveaways next week. If it's gonna be in on time, depending on the postal
Right.
stuff.
Nice.
So do check it out. Well, I don't see any new comments, so I think we're just gonna
Yeah.
do the
I
draw.
think We could do it.
It recognized me this time. Sweet.
Deal.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Stu. Just get a
do a
hold of
Either
What
me
about?
or LadyLocks to get you
Mhm.
sorted. And congratulations again.
Congrats. Do you want to do a sticker pack drawing right now too while we're
Yeah, sure.
doing this, and then we can let Picksmith take over?
Sure. Let me reset.
Well, actually, Isaac wanted to show us something first, and then Picksmith.
No, you guys do the announcements first. It's better, anyways. Plus, it's good to talk about the LPU giveaway.
All right. Well,
So
let's
the next
do a sticker pack thing. Might as well do one of them. Right.
Sorry about that. I got Peace Weapons challenge lock open that I've been working on for a week.
Oh,
no problem.
Oh, nice.
oh, look,
Yeah.
I won.
Rigged. No, I'm just
Can we do it? Can we just?
I gotta run it again.
Yeah, let's go again on that one.
How did that happen?
There we
Oh,
go.
G Key Man won that one. Very nice.
Second
All
winner.
right.
Congratulations.
What did he do? He just won one. I was looking on Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube. I think he just won one. Nice.
Yeah, he won something from us a while back too. Yeah. So.
No, I mean, just this morning, I think I was looking at somebody's.
Oh yeah, the Lockpicker 1969. Yeah.
Yeah.
You better play the lotto, G Key Man.
Yeah.
Seems like you've got the luck of the week.
Yes, do you won?
Yep. Do one. You get to pick from a few things. If you get a hold of LockHeat or myself, you can email us. Our emails are in the descriptions up here. And just email us, and we'll get you sorted on your lock. And we're just gonna let Picksmith take over for a little bit and discuss the LPU raffle.
But first off, I'm going to show off this because
Congratulations!
You see the red mark is. Let me see if I'll focus there.
Oh yeah.
So you need to turn this past that into the green area to be open. There is a false set that is that far over.
Oh my lord!
This is crazy. It's crazy lock.
Ooh. Well,
They'll be happy.
congratulations. That's a heck of an accomplishment.
I actually ended up having to fix this lock. It came to me broken. So I had to fix it and make a pin for it too.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So we all know the Lockpickers United. Every year they do a raffle. So people will donate locks and different things. The list is kind of cool to see as you go, and they create pots that everybody can put raffle tickets on. But getting the raffle tickets, what you need to do is there's a list of approved charities. So what you do is you're going to donate money to charities. With your receipt, you will get raffle tickets based upon one ticket per US dollar. So it's kind of cool. And if you have a charity that's near and dear to your heart, just contact Correct Jeans and he'll approve it, and you can donate to who you want to, or you can donate to one on the approved list. The list comes out right at the beginning of January on Discord and on the subreddit. And the people who make the pots are all of us pickers who donate locks, time, everything else to this. And they get put together as pots that you can put your tickets on. Like my last video I showed it, but where I coordinated a American Pickmakers pot that's got 7 picks in it now.
Oh, wow.
So you can get a lockpick from myself, Rat Yoke, Dr. Weasel, Lockpicking Dev, Mr. Picker, Joe Picks, and the legend Jeff Burke. Jeff Burke couldn't make his own pick because his hands are toast this year. But he is donating one of his old ones.
Nice.
And I just hit low battery, so I'm going to have to run. But
okay.
This is something that is really cool. Every year they break their records. They have a gracious, I don't know what you call it, like another person that will match donations for a certain period of time. for them. But last year I forgot what the total amount was. It was over $150,000 that was raised. So
That's
it's a
amazing.
good charity, and best part is you got a chance to win locks, lock picks, and lock picking stuff.
Nice.
So-
Thank you for telling us about this.
You're welcome. So in the donation portion will run through January, and once January closes, then it'll come up on the YouTube for the picking on the LPU YouTube channel. And unfortunately, we're getting close to closing the pots, but anybody who still is interested in donating to this is more than welcome to. And it closes on December 24th for donation of items for the pots themselves, separate from the money donation to get your raffle tickets.
Nice.
So I've just had a lot of people ask me about that on all the different platforms going about it, because I've been showing off the picks.
And the Lockpicker in 1969 is doing an interview with Correct Jeans this week. And
Yes.
he will be talking about the raffle also.
Yes, he is.
Oh, good.
Correct Jeans is a good guy, and he is a crazy madman for coordinating this every single year.
And also, he's a legend in the lockpicking community. He has some amazing videos, and they're like 10 years old, some of them.
Yeah, and
So-
he's a 5th Dan black belt too.
It was very, very good.
Yes, good picker, good guy, just like most of the community.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I've got to run. Lady Locks, we'll talk, and I'll get you a package when I come back from my vacation.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
And maybe if you're interested, I'll send you some Dimple Challenge logs.
No, maybe I'll try one.
Do you have dimple flags?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause-
I got the nice where's that from? That real nice set. I got all that, and I was getting ready to get down in it, and then I never did.
Okay, because the drunken goblin is really easy. The 221B, which I picked today for the very first time, is much more. It's harder, but it's fun.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Oh, you know what? I'll try it. I'm always up for trying a new lock.
Okay, perfect. Well, everybody have a good day. Merry Christmas.
All right.
I'll try and check in on Monday, and we'll see.
All right. Well, be safe in your travels and
I
happy
will.
holidays.
Take care, Kurt.
Thank you.
Take
too,
care. Have a
Isaac.
good one.
I'm gonna keep on watching just because I want to see those levers go, but I'm gonna get off of this.
Thank you.
Okay. Sounds good. Have to be careful not to fumble them.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, not like last time. But these are all the levers laid out. And these are the posts, basically. This is the whole lock, essentially. So if I take one lever here, and try to show it a bit
Wow.
closer. So we have the spring on the bottom. All it is a little piece of thin metal. And then on the top is the true gate and the false gate. I'll see if I can put something behind it to help it focus. It's kind of hard to see with the different coloration, but the false gate is
Oh, okay.
right on the edge. And then the true
Okay,
gate is
yeah.
the deeper one. And there's also serrations along the... Do you see the serrations there in between?
Yes. Oh,
The
wow.
light hitting it just right.
Oh, my goodness.
And then there's also a little tapered section before the true gate.
Oh, no. I'm not a fan of tapered at all. Oh,
There's a lot of
boy.
little things to these levers.
That's crazy.
Anyways.
Just like the tiniest little details are like can just ruin your whole week.
Yeah.
Like poor Picksmith. He's like, I know, I almost have it.
He's very close, I can tell.
Well, I'll send him out and he can try it. Maybe he mentioned something that, he's missing, and maybe he can find it out on just picking a different one, No, that is.
Yeah. Now I need to remember which side I have in the front and the back.
If anything, you can leave it go and then just rewind it because you were taking it apart on camera.
I'm pretty sure I had this one in last. And yeah, that makes sense because then I have my thicker profile wafer up closer to the front. So that's definitely how it is. And it's important that you put these on the right way because these little bars have nubs at the end. It's very hard to see in the camera, but
yeah,
they can only go on one way essentially. The levers can't slide on them the other way.
That is very cool. Now, have you are you the one who did the video of gutting this one? I don't think it was you that did the video on that, was it? I saw somebody.
No, I think that was Michael Gilchrist did a video on
yeah, that's
on
right.
gutting his U9 and taking it apart and stuff. I think he did a really good. I think everybody should check out that video if they're interested in learning more about the lock. But that being said, you'll see in his video that his lock is falling apart and not like holding together well as he's trying to put it back together and all of that. And it's largely because when you do this to actually take it apart, you have to pry off these two little shell, like these two little wings. And when you do that slowly, it ends up wearing down the lock over time. And
right.
So at the end of the video, you can see his key is only working one way, and he says that he thinks it's because that it's just the lock is loose and not being held together well. So for me, I'm thinking some people will suggest doing that as a way to progressive pin the lock, but I always think if the lock is going to slowly deteriorate over time and not work as well, then you're working against yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot as you're making progress.
Right.
So,
yeah. Because it's just like, you might be really close to getting it open, but after you've destroyed it inside, it's not going to open.
you're not going to open it like properly, or it's going to feel weird. The feedback's going to be weird or something. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that looks like such a complex, and I mean every little detail on there. I just can't. I have one to try to pick because I thought it would be, just something totally different. And when I pick my black belt and locks, I'll try it. But honestly, I just don't know if I need a lot more experience before I'd even attempt that one. I think I'd rather do my gold lock and my 700 pin tumblers for now. And
I get you. I didn't touch the IU9 for probably a year or so after I got it. I wanted to get into it, but I kind of slowed down with things, and I think I overthought it. This lock is actually really simple in terms of picking and taking it apart as well. Like, you don't need to do all the stuff I'm doing here. You can just take it apart to the point where you can see the levers, and that will be enough for the people on the Reddit and just in general to prove that what's inside of it. And so it's very simple in terms of picking too, because you don't need any specialized tools. You just use basic hook and tensioner. But it's the techniques and the concepts are tricky. That's why I think doing the sidebar method is the best, in my opinion, to learn it, because you can usually get the locks pretty cheap, and then you end up with a couple extra ones to work on, unless you can figure out a source for sidebars, which I still haven't figured out myself yet, but I'm trying to look into that. But But yeah, so the levers, by the way, they can go on either way. So I can put a lever on this side, or I can flip it around to this side, and it'll just interact with the other side of the key. So you guys can sort of see the springs are in different positions.
Yeah.
We have two springs on the back, and then one on the right here, one on the left, one more on the right, two on the left, one last one on the right, and then one on the left again. So altogether 6 on the left and 3 on the right.
Wow.
And it depends. You can change it. Every lock, will have a different configuration. But if you take it apart to this degree, you can play around with the levers and put them in whatever order you want, whatever orientation you want. I said back, but this is actually the front. I got it mixed up which side was what.
I think it's such a neat lock. Oh, Vlad popped in. Hello, Vlad.
I need to get this shell on. Last week after the show, I was talking with Diggs and LockHeat and trying to figure out where my missing ball bearing was. I accidentally exited out.
Oh
and
no!
I just was fumbling around trying to figure out where everything was and what I was doing. Something seems a little off here. It's not in all the way or something. Why does it seem like I'm...
Did you put that on that one on backwards to show us it was backwards? I thought. I don't know if you flipped it.
That wouldn't matter because I can put that backwards without it affecting anything. I just think
Okay. Kraken says, I want to get a hold of one of those 3D printed cutaway shells for his U9.
Yeah, but
I've not even seen those, I don't think.
But then you still need to take apart your U9 to do that. That's the thing.
I think Kraken's taken his apart a couple times, though. His might be worn down and in need of the shell, maybe. I just have mine out, like out of the, I guess you'd call it the housing, whatever the. I don't know. I haven't taken it any further than that.
And that's pretty much as far as I recommend taking them apart, unless you have like one you don't mind,
Yeah.
kind of playing around with and.
Yeah, they're not expensive. They're not an expensive lock. It's just you have to find somebody that has, has them for sale and get them to you. That's like kind of the hard part sometimes, and it's scary when you take them apart and if something could get lost or there's so many tiny parts that break or get lost, and then like you have this lock you've almost learned, but you lost like like you did with your that ball bearing. Now if you couldn't, you had to wait, if you were actually working on that daily and then you had to wait a week now till you got them in, it's kind of like it's frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes it's harder to get a part replaced, or sometimes the only way to replace the part is to buy a brand new lock.
Right.
So, yeah, totally.
I liked when I was doing like padlocks and cheaper locks, I would get at least two of like almost every lock, because for one thing, sometimes one lock is so hard and the other one's like so easy, and it's the same lock, and you're you just don't understand why one isn't opening. So you can pick the easier one and get the hang of it, and then go over to the one that is a little bit harder, and you end up getting that one too. And also because, hey, if you're getting the one and something goes missing, you have a backup with little replacements of everything, But
Yeah.
with luck.
By the way, everything was fine with it when I was feeling it before. It was nothing was off. It's just a little finicky to try to put it all back together. But
yeah,
now that I've taken it apart even again, now I can feel like it's even looser the way that the gel is holding me. But it's still holding together without me forcing it at this point. But I think a couple more times of me taking it apart, it would start to be hard to hold together. And it's not like the lock wouldn't work. It still works even when it's loose like that. But like I said, I think it affects picking. Even in his video, Norland says that he wouldn't sell his lock because he doesn't think that it's in good enough working condition to sell, essentially.
Right.
So, like, even to a lock sport person. So I think it's important to keep that in mind if you're going to do that method of taking the lock apart to work on it. Then just know that it could potentially impact the quality of the lock. Whereas if you file a sidebar, obviously that's going to impact the quality of the lock, but you can just replace the sidebar and then the lock will be just fine.
Right, because you're not really touching the lock itself, you're just touching the sidebar.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be awesome if find a bunch of sidebars. Or like we were saying, try to get an order of a bunch of the locks at a cheap price because,
Where did LockHeat go?
LockHeat disappears and goes and does stuff.
I'm still here. I'm just making room on the screen.
Oh.
I'm not doing anything.
Room at the expense of you not being with us? What's that? What's that all about?
Sorry?
I want to be my digital image snuggled right up next to your digital image.
Aww. Sweet. See how wonderful the lockpicking community is? We even snuggle.
Only digitally.
And on that note, I think I'm going to take off, folks. Got to hit Trader Joe's, and that's the problem with kids. Problem with kids, you got to feed them. So I'm going to take off.
All right, well, thank you for hanging out.
All right, you guys. See you next Monday.
See you next time.
All right.
Yeah, Monday.
Okay. All right, see you. Take it easy.
Bye.
Is Squiggle Dork still here?
I haven't seen him type in a minute, but he could still be here. Wait a second and see if he answers.
By the way, is your lock? Are you able to take apart your lock? Is your lock guttable?
Which one? This.
Yeah, the bureau you're working on.
Let's see. Probably. It looks to be. There seems to be just a clamp on the back, but I don't know what it's holding in. Kind of strange.
I'd be interested. If you put the key in it, while you pull it out, you're not risking the wafers coming out at all. Do you have the key for that?
Yes, I do actually.
Here, do you see my my duo here?
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, when the key. Yeah, somebody did tell me that when the key is in it, all the wafers stick tight to it. So you don't have to worry about that.
Here we go. So right now it's locked. I removed the little pin that holds it together when it unlocks, so it should just go to this point. But because I removed it, I can actually take this whole thing out. Pin was right at the edge, right like there.
Okay, yeah.
But you see when the key is in there, the
Mhm.
wafers are all holding, and then even if I take the key out, they're if I'm holding them with my thumbs, they don't come out. Even if I
That
take
is
my
just
thumb
so
out, but
neat. Yeah, that is cool.
I wanted to show Squiggle Dorks how he could start trying to put his back together. Because it's scary
yeah.
to put it together. It's actually really frustrating, but if you know the right technique, it's not too bad.
Where did
So-
he go? Squiggle Dork, if you are there, give us a sign.
I remember he was talking about he has a duo
Yeah.
all in pieces in a bag or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he said it was in a bag and don't mess with it anymore.
LockHeat, now you don't have an excuse to not be on the screen because now I'm all by myself in the bottom corner. Yeah, there we go.
That's true. That's true.
Poor Lucky, he's like, man, I just wanted to get out of here for a minute. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I've been working on this thing the whole time I've been picking time, but I've been chatting and everything else too, so it kind of takes away from what you're doing.
And did you get what I was talking about with the wafers being like where the side wafers, that you don't pick them sideways, but you pick them up still?
Oh, really? Because I've been picking them sideways. I bet you if I try to pick them up, they will
Here,
go a lot easier.
I'll show you. I'll show you right here. If I can get the light on it.
Oh, yeah. Check that out. I did feel them go right up. Let me see here.
The
wow,
side wafers move in an up and down orientation. I can't really show it from here, but basically all the wafers are only up and down. There's nothing on the side.
Okay.
So the side wafer essentially there's like 4 wafers in a row. There's a top wafer, a bottom wafer, a side wafer, and then a profile wafer. Try to bring it closer to the camera. But it goes top, bottom, side, profile, and then it repeats that process.
Oh, okay.
And altogether, there's 16 wafers, I believe. Or no, there's 5 top, 5 bottom, 4 side, and 4 profile wafers. So I think that is 18.
Wow.
My number's right.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're talking about with picking them straight up, but they're on the side. But the little I had that little itty bitty camera, and I peeked in there to see, and I could see the little notches where you can get the pick underneath them, and I was pushing them to the side. So I mean, I got it open twice doing that, but I was probably essentially I obviously pushed them upwards when I was doing that, but I definitely feel them in there now.
Let's see what happens when I'm just touching the side wafer here on the actual bottom, on the bottom of the plug here. But you can see.
Wait, I think I saw it.
It's kind of pushing down. It's hard to see, but it's essentially it's just pushing down on this little wafer right here.
Okay.
You see how it's?
Yeah.
It's essentially the same as a top wafer. It's just that the key only accesses it from the side.
Little spot on the side. Yeah. And I think like I said, I put the tiny cam in and I could see these little things sticking out. And I'm sure that's right where you've got to push up on the mat.
And even on the key, you can see like all the key is doing is there's that secondary track next to the top track.
Yeah.
And it's just pushing it up just the same as the top track is, just on a different spot. If I take them out, I'm thinking about actually disassembling it here. and then I can show you guys the actual wafers.
Yeah, a
And the
friend of
scribble
mine
door
told me to try
happens
this
to
lock, and
be-
I just thought it was so neat. You know, I just never like saw one with all these, and I thought it was just really cool lock. And I've had it for a while, but kind of forgot it was in there. And the other day I grabbed it out, and I was kind of like messing around with it, and I'm like, just kind of needed to know about those wafers. And then finally today I decided to dig it out and try to pick it, and I actually got it open, and I was surprised.
So before I take it apart, there's the wafers can go in different directions, and they get kind of stuck one way or whatever. So what I like to do is choose an orientation and try to use that to remind myself how I'm gonna, because sometimes when you're taking apart locks that are really complicated or have a lot of elements, like with Squiggle Dork, he has it all in a bag, so he's gonna have to take everything out and figure out its right place before he worries about the springs and all of that. But to save myself the trouble of that, then I can try to just remember the orientation of everything before I start taking it apart.
Right.
So I'm just going to start with the top and bottom wafer. There's the little spring. It's right there.
Oh, wow.
And then there's the side and profile wafer. That also has its own spring. Just take out really quick. And then the whole process repeats. The one spring popped out, but I'll put that back in a second. It'll be a good way to kind of show what I'm doing here as well. I'll just leave this on the side. Dang, I'm dropping out.
Uh-oh!
Profiles. See, I always have these gutting disasters when I'm here, but that's okay. It'll be a good way for me to figure out where things go. So before I go any further, leave this like that. Okay. So top and bottom wafer,
Oh, wow.
just like a normal.
Oh, okay.
Normal wafer lock, and then the profile and side wafer. This is just the profile wafer. So it's designed to just sit in one spot essentially. And it's not, the key binning doesn't impact that. But
Okay.
the side wafer here, that's what actually has the notch on the inside of the key.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing too. A little ledge kind of sticking out.
So this one here is the profile wafer, I believe, here, and then this one is the actual side wafer.
Very cool.
And if I pull out the top wafer and line them all up, all that's happening is the key is just impacting, like hitting different points of the warding in there. So it's not actually like on the side. It's just that the warding is on the side and the top ledge.
That's very cool.
So now let's see if I can figure out how to put it back together. At least I have all the parts here.
Well, don't jinx yourself. Yeah, LockHeat, I think for your 1100, I think you should definitely progressive pin that one.
Yeah, maybe. Or just spend a bit more time with it.
Yeah, those pins inside of it are tiny compared to like the Euro pins, I feel like. They're like baby pins.
Do you pin from back to front or from front to back if you're progressive pinning?
You can put any pins you want in there. If you're picking it and say you're like having trouble feeling what's going on in the front of the lock when you're picking it and you're getting confused when you pick those pins and whatever, you can actually just take out all the pins but the ones you're confused about. You can leave just one in there if you want and figure out like exactly what to do for that one pin, you know, to get it to set, and then you can go ahead and put the next pin in, and you don't have to put like pin 1 in first and then do pin 1 and 2, then 1, 2, 3. You could do any of them. You could do 1, 3 and 5, or whatever you fancy.
Okay. Thanks.
When I did that lock, I did 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I picked it like that, and I didn't have any problems at all. I mean, as soon as I put it back together, I picked it, and I was like, oh, because then it's kind of like I did all that for kind of nothing. I have to take it back apart again. So I took it back apart again, and added, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, long story short, after I put all 6 pins in, I was getting it open, then the very next day I couldn't get it at all. So I took it back apart again and I pinned it, but I pinned it like with the back couple instead. Like I pinned it with 6, 5, 4, and 3 just to figure out, because I was having trouble with something in the back, to get a different perspective, I guess,
Yeah.
Pocket Woman just popped in. Welcome.
Oh, hello, Pocket Woman.
Hey.
Hello. Okay, just another question. If you have a keyway which don't let you get to the pins, what is your approach then? This isn't even a difficult one, I would say, but I can't get it.
Now, when you put your pick along underneath, like when you put your pick in right in there, can you feel the pins with your pick?
Yeah, I can go through the warding. That's
okay.
possible.
So you can go through the warding. You can feel a hole there.
Yeah.
You might need like a longer pick. Isaac, what do you think about that?
What's the question?
He's having trouble getting through the warding to get to the pins on his lock, and he can feel a hole there. Yeah, I just said if there's a hole in the warding to use maybe a longer tipped pick because it's not reaching, high enough to set the pins. But I wondered if there was some other kind of tricks for that.
Yeah, I would say that's a good suggestion. Try to get a deeper, even a thinner pick that can fit in there more nicely. Like that's one of the I like the SS Dev deep deep 15,000s. It's a good one. Another option is to get a really shallower pick and work off of a ledge that's closer to the top. I need to see the wording to get a good sense if that's a good option or not.
You can show it.
You could probably work from that little side there and kind of go up towards the side, but you would need it, like he said, a shorter pick. You'd want a shorter, shallower one if you're going to start from there.
If I take something like this,
yeah, maybe.
I can't get the pins down because they are too high.
Okay.
From here.
Okay. So they're up. They're starting in the warding then. I guess.
They're starting like here.
Yeah. Can you get? Yeah, and that's a warding. Oh boy, that's a toughie. That's a tough one. There's a way to do it. It's just probably you're gonna have to try a million different picks and a million different angles and all that. Yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes the whole entire problem, you could be picking a lock for like 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden go, you know what, and get a new pick and try it and open your lock in like 5 minutes. Yeah, my lock did the same thing. Point 0.015 SS devs. Lock Fumbler says wiggle your way through it. The
I think
ASCII
the last
says
pin is a pin which is binding, and it's binding so hard. Even if I don't tension much,
yeah.
and I can't get it down.
Huh.
Wait, it might be.
I had that on one of my locks. It was like super hard to push the pin at all. The ASCII picker says that Jimmy Longs are perfect for that, but I don't think you have a set of Jimmy Longs, do you?
No, I don't have Jimmy Longs.
No.
I have to wait.
Yeah, those.
until the next batch is released from it.
Yes, I know. I'm dying to get my hands on some.
Yeah, me too. I think end of the year or next month.
Yeah, I think he said it should be coming up. The ASCII lock picker says use top of keyway tension and pick upwards. I guess flip the lock over and use top of keyway and try it that way. I don't know.
I don't think that changed anything, but because I don't.
Oh yeah, because it is pretty much top of keyway. Yeah, so he's pretty much doing that.
Keyway, yeah. If I go like here, I block my wave.
Yeah. That's just a really, really crappy one there. My best thing to do would be the SS devs and try to get in there like that. But I know what you mean about how it's binding so hard, but it won't move. Is there any other ones that bind also?
Nope.
Just that one.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I have one with a K2 keying, or what it is, and that has a very different keyway, and this is an easy one, I would say. And this one should be also relative normally from the pinning, but the wording is so... It's just difficult.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I didn't find a way yet. So
I think you will, but it's just you're just gonna have to trial and error a bunch of stuff, which can get annoying, but
yeah.
But that's a really good way to learn.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I used to forget I had other picks. I would use one pick and literally I would fight with the lock for the longest time, and then I would go, oh wait, I should try a long hook or something, I just forget. A lot
Anything
of my
other than a
hours
monkey paw.
spent forgetting that. Yeah, the monkey paw. That was that one got me countless opens. I think every lock I opened so far was a monkey paw. Till I found the Jimmy Longs. I really like those. So when you're saying about remembering your orientation and stuff, you could actually put a little dot on that lock right at the top, so you wouldn't lose like the top,
Yeah, that helps for sure. There's also the warding. You can see like which side the shape of the warding is and everything.
Right. Yeah.
I figured out all the wafers that dropped out where they belong, and now it's a matter of getting the springs back in, which is actually even harder than that. So I would recommend to Squiggle Dorks. I don't know, again, I don't think that he's here right now, but if he sees this later or something, the best would be to focus on trying to get the orientation of the wafers, figure out which way they go on to the key without the springs, and then to worry about the springs after.
Oh, yeah. So you can put them all you could put them all in there and then add the springs?
Well, you still want to, I like to add them, like to add the springs per stack. So I'll put in a top wafer, a bottom wafer, a side wafer, and a profile wafer. And then I'll worry about the springs.
Okay.
Because I find it makes it easier. Then there's the profile wafer. Okay, so then that means you'll have from the bottom, you'll always be working with the top, bottom, and then profile wafer and side wafer.
Okay.
And so then I'll, put that back in reverse order. So I have pretty much half of them in already that I didn't take out that are still fine. And so then I'll put the top and the bottom wafer in. And then I'll put in the side and profile wafer in. Side and profile wafer can only go in from the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And then before I start worrying about the springs, I'll double check with the key to make sure that everything feels flush and that it's the right order, which it is.
Yeah, can't hurt to always double check that.
And then now I need to get the springs in. So I'll start with the two bottom ones. It's the trickiest part, like I said. So I want to slide out just the top and bottom one and try to find the space where the spring goes, which you'll see it has a little notch.
Oh boy.
Right there. Try to get the bottom one out a little bit more to get it to the right spot there.
Oh wow.
So then you balance the top and bottom wafer have the brass springs, and the side and profile wafer have the stronger silver spring or the steel springs.
Okay.
But once that profile wafer is in, or the side and profile wafer is in, it helps to hold the top and side wafer in place a little bit better.
See, you
Solidify.
are really good at explaining things. Like, I tried so hard to make this video that I just put up. I put it up today, and it was just about progressive pinning a lock. It wasn't anything difficult.
That's awesome.
Well, I feel like I did. Thank you for saying that, but I feel like I can never explain things how I'm thinking it. Like, even when I'm on here talking to people, I have a hard time to like explain what I want to say or something. I don't know. I just feel like I have the worst time. But you just explain things so well. Like, I just wish I could explain things that well, because I understand most of what I'm doing. But then
I think, first of all, you're not giving yourself enough credit. And second of all, I think you're giving me too much credit.
No, I think we can all agree. We see some of your videos, and you, no, we're not giving you too much credit. I might not be giving myself enough, but we're definitely not giving you too much. Yours are really, really explanatory. Like, I literally didn't understand anything about the 700, and I could have just come in there without even knowing what a lock was, and I could have left your video and fully understood about it. So that says a lot.
Well, it's good to hear. That's sort of my goal, is to try to make the whole learning process easier for everyone, and I'm super passionate about teaching and sharing what I know.
Yeah, like this lock
Perfect,
specifically, just what you're telling us here would make an amazing video for somebody trying to, like, Squiggle Dork, you know what I mean? Like, just doing this would help, like, immensely, especially because, like, you're explaining where everything goes and how it's put in there. And
Totally.
yeah, my luck says, me too, my brain goes into stutter mode when I try to explain things. Yeah, that's pretty much how mine goes. I get very and it's only been lately, but I just get so bad with it.
Well, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, it's just sharing the experiences that I had, and this lock here, I do want to make a video on it. Actually, that's the whole reason I started messing around with this one and trying to figure out how to take it apart and all of that, because I want to explain it. I managed to get that spring in for the top and bottom wafer, and now to flip it around and try to get the spring on the other side for the profile and the side wafer, which is a bit of a heavier spring.
Oh no.
But that one, usually you don't need to worry about trying to hold, like if you try to just get the top and side wafer in, or the top and bottom wafer in without the profile and top wafer in, then it won't hold in place. But there's little slots along the edge that the side wafer, and basically as you go put a full stack, it holds together like a sandwich a little bit better.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
why you want to put them in 4 at a time as opposed to just 2 at a time.
Right. It kind of grips it better.
Exactly. Like, as you can see, this is the top wafer I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
The one that's on top right now, and it's sliding just smoothly in its track. Whereas if I didn't do this, if I just had the top and bottom wafer in there, it would be wobbling back and forth as well.
And the minds that design these locks are just
pretty cool, yeah.
You know, just to have a thought and be like, you know what? I saw one of the locks. It was one of Lock Noob's videos. It was a while back about. I guess it wouldn't even be called a pin tumbler lock. I don't even know what the heck kind of lock it was, but it was like a new lock that somebody made and sent him a prototype of, and to see if he could pick it. And he was like, "There's like 800 trillion different patterns you could have to try before you could get the answer to this lock." It was like
I think I saw the video.
Yeah. And I was
pretty
just
cool
like, oh my
technology.
God. Yeah. That was one heck of a lock there.
But also, you have to think about usability. A lot of times people forget that when they're talking about designing a hard-to-pick lock. You have to put the key and then turn it and then pull it to the side or something like that, which is cool, but at the same time, an end user, just a basic average person, is going to probably, like an old grandma or something, she's going to call a locksmith because she doesn't know how to work her key, you know?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it has to be user-friendly as well.
There we go. I got the profile and side wafer in as well there. So now I just have to do that a couple more times, then it's fully reassembled. But yeah, so if Squiggle Dorks, if anybody has his contact or anything, tell him to watch this part, because it's not too tricky when you actually figure out the right order and stuff. You just have to keep double checking it and make sure that everything is right orientation and fitting properly. So here we do another stack.
Basically, when you say for him to check to see how everything goes, now are you just saying to basically put them in a little at a time and use the key to make sure that that's where they belong?
Exactly. Start off with everything out of here. It'll just be basically the shell and all the wafers laying around, and don't worry about the springs right now. But just put the key in, put the one bottom, just since you're not worrying about balancing the springs, you don't need to worry about it wobbling. So just put one pin at a time. So just know that the order will always be top, bottom, side, and profile. Let me just see here. I'll tell you exactly what the order is. Starting from the very back, it's going to be a top, and then a bottom, and then a side, and then or a top, a bottom. I think it's potentially the profile before the side wafer.
Okay.
I think the profile and then side. But from the front, then the way that it is bottom, top, side, and then profile.
Okay. And the the wafers for each look different as well a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, so here, before I start.
I knew the side ones, I could see the difference in the side ones, but just if he was trying to like start with like, 10 wafers laying on
top
the
and
thing.
bottom are the same. Top and bottom
Okay.
are going to be the same. So it's just
Okay.
depending on if you flip them forward or backwards.
Okay.
So here, these two are profile wafers. Let me just see here. And then we have the side and the other one there, which I will put in just right here for now. Perfect. So let's lay them all out.
Scoot them up the tiniest bit because your name is covering those on the camera, even though your camera's not covering it. Yeah, there you go. That way he could see them if he comes back. Yeah, you could definitely see a difference in them.
Yeah, so here.
Yeah, you could start out by separating them out so you know what's what. There you go. Definitely tell a difference each one. Yep.
So the first two are the top and bottom, and the third one is the side wafer, and then that fourth one is the profile wafer.
Nice.
So if you look on the side wafer here, this little nub is what you're picking.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw sticking
Just
out.
this.
So,
And all you're doing is you're just pushing that up and lifting the wafer up.
Yes. Okay.
Because otherwise it sits like this too low.
Right. Yeah,
So
I definitely was thinking of it in a different way. So I'm glad you actually showed that, because when I
This
first
is how they sit.
Okay.
And so basically you're picking this one up, picking this one down, and that one up. And these two, like if you look at the top of these, the first two,
Yeah.
they have a little spooled section. So this one, you're not looking at the top, you're looking at the bottom, right? Because you're going to pick this one up, and then this one you're going to pick downwards. So the bottom here, do you see how it has a little lip right there? Sorry.
There you go. Yes.
Lip
Yeah.
right there. And then also on this side.
Okay.
And then on this one, the lip is up here.
Oh, yeah.
Little angle section, and then right there. So those act like spools.
Okay.
Because they sit into grooves in the chamber. I'll show that in a second. But look at the side wafer. The side wafer doesn't have that.
Right.
Side wafer, it's just like a little T-pin. Do you see how it just has like a little T section there?
Yep.
Take care, Aspie Lockpicker.
Oh, yeah, that's my buddy. See you later, Aspie. And somebody else left, Lock Fumbler, too. Thank you for coming on, guy. We appreciate it.
So that's why you pick the side pins first, because once you get past that T-pin section, then you'll drop into like a false set, and then you deal just with these spooled sections.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
and
that's
wafer.
That's exactly what happened when I actually opened it. I actually did get the false set picking the side somehow. Somehow, because I definitely was picking it wrong, but I still got it.
Yeah, it's usually not too hard, and it's very hard to overset pins in this lock. So
Yeah.
you know, it's not too bad if you kind of go at it over time. You'll get it for sure.
Yeah.
But Squiggle Door, is that who it was? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
So just try to find all the profile wafers. There should be 5 or 4 of these, and then 5 of these, and 5 of these. And then once you have all of those, then figure out the order that they go in, and then you gotta reassemble it. So I'll show you really quick here. In the chambers here, how it has that matching sort of angled. Yeah. It's not just like a straight cutout; it's angled, so that's why it acts like a spooled pin.
That's
there.
Neat. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, now I just gotta get this back together here. So.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the funner locks. I actually enjoyed picking this one a lot.
Yeah, it is very fun. It's just a casual, relaxing.
Yeah, it is, and you get lots of nice little clicks out of it, and it does give pretty good feedback. And it helps you get used to picking downwards because you have to pick downwards.
That's a good point. Very good point.
Yeah, I wanted to start picking more locks in that orientation because I just feel like that's how they would be if they were in a door in you know,
some places.
European, yeah. I see some of them guys picking them that way, and I feel like I should know how at least. And I did come across a challenge lock that has to be picked that way.
So this is the hardest part about reassembling. This guy is just trying to line up the 2 slots, because you see how I'm dealing with this wafer and this wafer. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
But there's a little hole here that I can now get the spring and try to slide it into there. It's not quite there yet. There we go.
Nice.
A little finicky. Oh, where did that go? Here it is. That's one of the reasons why it's the hardest part, is because it's easy to shoot a spring out. Try again here.
Oh, I heard something. Did somebody get something open?
About 10 times already.
Oh,
nice.
It's my comfort lock, so as usual, I don't count it.
I'll try on the other side. Might be a bit easier for me to reach spot.
Did you open your Avos?
Yes.
Yeah, good job. I like those Avos.
Let's see.
They are quite also my comfort locks.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
too.
I need more because I know this one.
Yeah. But Even if you have 5, you know those 5s.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I refer to this.
11.
But
Yep.
yeah, they're quite nice, and those are the only locks which want to open.
Oh wow.
If nothing works,
It's always a lock that I indeed go back to if I'm hanging on another lock or something.
yeah, right. It's just to feel better.
And
I know the feeling.
I love that sound. Yeah, there's actually one way down there. I don't know if it's for the side or not. It looks like it
I struggled to open this one today, the cast, but
is on the side.
and
Yeah,
this nice
I think it
icon
was.
is killer.
Good. That one looks really bad. Wow.
Are those shimmy longs you were using,
Hmm.
LockHeat?
Yeah.
Nice.
Try this.
And I have some bare bones from Lens by Key in transit. Can't wait to test those out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You won that one, didn't you, LockHeat? You won a good one. That was a good one.
That was a real good one.
See, that one is right there. Yeah, I want to go up. Well, that sucks. There we go. Okay, back to okay.
Even if I would try to rake this one, I have no idea where to put the rake.
Oh yeah. I know, that's crazy.
Ah.
That's such a tough one. That's gonna take you a while.
Yeah.
Just to find something that'll fit in there.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? At least you're on the right track because you can get it to. At least you know where the first binding pin is, and you have a starting point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just getting started after that.
After that.
Nice job, Lucky. Yeah, we got to get you a couple different ones. So you're not used to them.
Or I have to try some other locks to open. But it's I'm a bit out of time lately.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
At this point, it's mostly during picking time.
Hey, at least you get to pick for a little bit.
That's true.
I think I got that into a full set.
Oh, this one got crooked.
Very slowly. And it's because it's on camera and I wanted to pick it again that this is going to just keep laughing at me. I hear it giggling. I I know that's what this is.
Right after you turn off your cam, it opens.
I do have an inside thing. You got this. I think I was just talking about that today or the other day at the ASA 600 that I have. It will not. I think I got it on video one time, and I saved the video because I couldn't bear to get rid of it because I cannot get that thing on video at all. And I opened it. I was probably 3 months into picking, and somebody sent me it in a little care package. And I was like, oh, an ASA, and I thought it was called an SCD lock. And I was like, oh, I got an ASA SCD lock, whatever that is. And I couldn't figure out why the back pins wouldn't move. And it was because it had all that countermilling in there, and it was those barrels. So I ended up getting it open. I mean, it was like maybe 2-3 days I practiced it, but I was like almost brand new to picking when I got that open for the first time. And now, you would think with how many times I've had it open that I could catch it on video. There's never been there's one time that was it.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
You're close. I know that you'll get it on video, like a nicer. You have it on video already.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. I've got it on there, but I just don't like it because I try to talk. I want to try to say what I'm feeling inside because that's what I like to know. Like when I see someone else picking something, I want to know what they're feeling. You know, like, oh, it feels like a bump here, or you know, I can feel this jiggling and that feels like that. And once this one's set, it feels like this. Like I like to know that stuff. So I really want to tell people that stuff on locks that are a bit harder to pick, so that when if they happen across my video, they can say, oh, you know, it might just be that one thing that they needed to know, you know?
yeah, totally. I'm the same way.
And it's like,
But yeah, so just keep working on it. You'll get it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I try, and you know, I think everybody who does video, I think you guys all know. Oh my God, LockHeat got the American 1100.
Nice.
Oh yes.
Congratulations, LockHeat.
Got it, and show the pins inside, and you can use that for your green belt submission.
Yeah.
Green belt. I'm blue already.
I know they used to have American 1100 at blue, which I think a lot of people are still wanting it to go back to that.
I think it should go to blue, and I think the Mako should go to like green. I thought that Mako was the easiest lock I've ever picked. I honestly just thought, I was just shocked because when I picked it, it was blue. I think it was a blue belt, the Mako, when I picked it. But I was shocked that it was a blue belt. I was like, how?
LockHeat, you should work on multi-lock.
Multi-lock?
You mean this Mako?
No, you should start working on multi-lock.
Yes, there you go, Dig. Mako. Yep.
Yeah.
Just really beautiful lock, and they pick so smoothly, I thought. It's just every pin, though, on the Mako, on the ones I've picked, I found, when you find the first binding pin, click it until it's done,
Yeah.
like until it's set.
Yeah.
Because some people do one click at a time, but on the Mako, I really found that if you click it the whole way up until it's actually set, and then find the next pin, you can get it open like really quickly.
Yeah.
But I think they are very clean feeling. Instead of the American 1100, feels just very weird to me compared to the Makos. I thought the Mako was like one of my favorites to pick.
My top and bottom way from the front mixed up.
Oh no!
That's no big deal. I've had them all mixed up. You know, I've been unmixing them as we go, so that's why I didn't put the spring in them yet. That's the whole point of why I'm saying don't put the spring in until you figure
know what?
the
I
order.
was thinking. Okay, I see what you're saying. That top and bottom. I was thinking like the literally bottom of the stack. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, it sucks.
My bad. Okay, that top and bottom. That's not too bad.
Let me try.
Oh, everyone's saying congratulations, LockHeat.
Thank you.
That's That's a milestone for us over here. A lot of people like really get excited when they get that sucker picked, and I don't blame them because those things are terrors.
Yeah, for me, I think the biggest problem is the tensioning of it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a wrench that really fits nicely. So it's almost half-half and too long or too short.
Yeah, and then once it's picked, sometimes you don't even know it's picked because you have to give so much tension for that cord to
Yeah,
turn.
like now, I was feeling like, hey, I can counter rotation. Nope, it's just my tension wrench that is slipping.
I hate when that
So
happens.
there's the booger. Now just the last spring. Figure out which way it goes.
Yeah, so Squiggle Dork definitely. I'll have to find him on the comments or something and comment to him to definitely watch this because that was so informative about how to do that.
Well, if he wants to reach out to me, I think I see him in Discord all the time, so I'll message him. But if you see the Squiggle Dorks, don't be shy to PM me and anyone. I'm always open to helping anybody
Right.
who wants to work on stuff.
That's very appreciative.
It's what people did for me, and it's the fun part of the community is helping people progress.
I totally agree. That's why what was his name? Peter, I think his name was, when he joined in earlier, he had I guess he found my channel somehow and he commented on one of my videos and was telling me that he was recently diagnosed, he's sick, and he's picking back up the hobby again just to keep his mind off things and have something to do. And I just told him I tried to guide him to find us on here because there's just so many people he can talk to and that would actually, help him get going and stuff. And
totally.
He did everything. I mean, he said he doesn't have social media and he doesn't have this and that. Well, he went and did it all just so he could, be a part of things. So, that shows he actually wants to be a part of everything, and I'm glad to send him a couple locks and, help him out. I think me and you were talking about that last time, just how you can't pay the people that help you back, so you just pay it forward.
Pay it forward, yeah, exactly. Well, there we go, fully reassembled. And the final test is in the lock itself to see how it actually works here. There we go.
Wow.
3 locks. And then
that's pretty cool.
Unlocked.
That was a heck of a job.
I'll definitely have to make a video on it at some point to kind of show the process because it's definitely daunting and scary, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. If you dropped it and all the stuff fell out, that would be like one of those time for a new one.
Yeah. Well, he might not have all the parts, but still, you can usually find all the springs in different wafer lock packs or from different locksmiths or something, so.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, it might be hard to find wafers, though. I'm really happy I got this guy back together.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm glad you did, too, because I felt bad you were just showing us the examples, and then... Those are tough ones. Those are tough ones. I organized my area super nicely now, and I set my my goal in the drawer, and I need to bring it back out because I forget to pick it. I have all these other locks staring at me, so I grab something else and pick it. But if I don't have the ones I'm trying to... If I don't have them sitting there, I kind of forget. Can't be doing that.
By the way, we are close to 3 hours in today.
All right. Well, let's call it a night.
And I'm
Late.
Let's call it a night.
For anyone who isn't gonna join next week, happy holidays, happy Christmas, and hope to see you next year.
Yeah. Happy
For
holidays.
everyone else, next week the show will be on Monday, the 26th, instead of Sunday, the 25th, because including myself and a lot of others are having family dinners and stuff.
Right.
So we shifted one day, and we'll hope to see you then. Bring your dinners or leftovers from it.
Yeah, bring your leftovers Monday. We're gonna do the same time, right?
Same time.
Yeah, same time, just Monday. Bring
And
your
hopefully,
leftovers and come hanging out with us.
And if the package delivery is any help, we have a nice giveaway. Else, we're gonna do it for the first in the next week.
Yeah, kind
Anyway,
of like we're gonna try to do a little special giveaway just for
Christmas, for the festivities.
Yeah. For the holiday seasons, Christmas, whatever you're celebrating. But thank you to everybody for coming on, hanging out with us. Thank you, Diggs. It's always fun having you on here with your crazy locks. But
Yeah.
I'm sure we will see everybody Monday, hopefully, and whoever, like Lucky says, whoever doesn't end up showing up on Monday, have a great holiday, and we will see you next year, most likely.
Hopefully. See you
All
all
right.
next year.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Have a nice evening.